Hi everyone, welcome to Dude and Little Dude Reviews. My name is Alex and with me I have the little guy Roman. It's been a while since we made our last video, so thank you for joining our channel again and checking out our new content. We've actually made a lot of videos, but we haven't quite edited them all, and we wanted to be able to start that for this new year. We hope you enjoy it. So we're back again, finally finishing the last of the Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Monsters and Mutants. This time around, it's Monster Hunter Leo. We know that there's a lot of videos already out there that you can probably check out, but of course this is our spin on it, and we wanted to conclude our series and collection of what we've shown you so far. If you haven't done so already, please check out the other videos we've actually made for this series. There's only 6 figures in total. We've actually reviewed every single one of them so far, this being our last one. As I mentioned before in my previous videos, back in 93 and 94, Playmates Toys partnered with Universal Studios to come out with their own Monster TMNT themed figures. Now for the 2012 version, we have very similar characters from the monster world. Of course, we have the vampire, mummy, Frankenstein, and Wolfman, but in this 2012 series, it's Raph who's the vampire, Leo is the mummy, then there's Donnie as Frankenstein and Mikey as the Wolfman. Of course, the added bonus this time around is we have Leo and Raph as monster hunters as well. So we're going to go ahead and start off this review by checking out the packaging, just like we've seen in the previous videos if you've been following along. Very colorful, very well done, and presented very nicely. I love the color palette that they use for this. Here in the back of the card you can see all 6 figures listed. Doesn't come with a checklist inside, so unlike the previous characters, if you've bought in TMNT so far, they usually do come with a checklist. This is kind of its own standalone series. That's kind of the direction that Nickelodeon went for the 2012 version of the Turtles. To me, it kind of ended a little strangely because I guess Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was their own story arc line that they just kind of ran with. Very unique, it is entertaining, a little bit strange how it went about, but you know, it is what it is. So let's check out the accessories. Here you can see the 2 knives that this comes with, Monster Hunter Leo. They're kind of like large knives, reminds me of like Boeing knives or something like Crocodile Dundee would have. Here he does have his 2 Kurosawas. The same mold is used for the basic figures, so the same exact kind, and I believe the colors about the same as well. They're kind of like that silver color to make it look metallic or like a real metal sword. So here we're going to go ahead and pop out Leo and try to stand him up here. Pretty fairly well balanced figure, not entirely anything to argue too much about. He does come with a very flexible trench coat. This is made of plastic, it's not a cloth material, it's just a soft plastic. He does have his scabbard that comes on the back, which is attached via peg. You can see that there's a detachable hat as well that clips right onto the back of the knot of his bandana. His arms do raise up. Now, the first time I did the Raph figure, I kind of struggled with that one because I pulled the arms off and I was really wanting to take off the coat, and I learned my lesson. I decided if you want to take it off, you just have to put the arms up, and here you can see I'm quickly taking it off, but you can just slowly work the coat off without having to pull out the arms. If you try to pull out the arms, I will tell you, for some reason, the inside mechanic of how they attach this, it's not meant to pop out. I mean, I kind of forced it. You could do it by kind of hitting the little, there's like a little peg that attaches the arm, but it's not very comfortable to take out. It's meant to stay in as permanent as possible. So you can see here that the head is on a ball joint, so it does swivel and it's very flexible. It goes back and forth and all around. Another minor thing just to point out is that the sleeves do not come off. They're part of the arms. That's just part of this sculpt. The legs work as a peg socket, so they pop right into the middle torso. They are very flexible. You can move them around. They do articulate pretty well. I do like the soft plastic belt and sash. It comes with some attached items maybe some potions or some items or whatnot to fight off monsters. You can see here that the shoulders do move up and down, as well as the elbow. And what I also like about this, so you can get a lot of poses off these figures, is that the wrists move as well. They swivel around. So again, a lot of articulation with this figure. Very similar to the basic 2012 TMNT line that we saw at the very beginning when this first launched. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and put back the accessories. Everything that we took off, we're going to go ahead and put it back on. So definitely reminds me of the older toys from back in the day, for any of you that have been around since like the 50s and 60s and whatnot. Very popular, especially even in the 70s when they had Star Wars figures that had cloth clothes that can come on and off. I kind of like that as a unique touch to these figures because it's not something that was very standard with the TMNT line. Of course, from the 80s, you had Splinter, who had his robe that came on and off, as well as the Shredders. So it's kind of nice that they kind of kept to something similar to that. Of course, in this case, it's not cloth material, it's just a soft plastic. But you can swap out the accessories if you want, the scabbard or the weapons. Sometimes the weapons, they're similar in mold, but the color might be slightly different. So sometimes the silver could be a little bit lighter than the original weapons that might have been maybe a darker silver color, darker gray color. But again, I do like the fact that they're interchangeable. So you can definitely have a lot of playability with these figures. So this is our final review of the Monsters and Mutants TMNT series. This was the last figure that we had to review to complete this entire set. So we hope you enjoyed it. If this is your first time here, please make sure that you like and subscribe to our channel, as that definitely helps keep us motivated. So again, we hope that you stick around with us. We've got about 20 videos we've already shot and filmed. Just needs a little bit of editing, and we're gonna slowly post them as we go along. So we hope to see you guys in the future videos.